Hello all, welcome back to my channel. This is Future B here with another video. And in this video, look at me, I just spilled my monomer. Silly girl. Anyways, I'm using a brand new brush. This is the brush that I got from Nail Supply Glamour. It's a size 8 Kolinsky brush. And I'm dipping it in some monomer. I've already kind of run it through my fingers, just to check out the bristles. But I'm dipping it in some monomer to get that throughout the brush, as well as to remove any of the packing material that's in there. Back to what I was saying, I'm going to be doing these purple set of nails. This idea came whenever I think I was looking on Pinterest, or else I was on Instagram, and I saw a nail design that I liked and I wanted to change it into purple. Here in a moment, I'm going to show you the inspo pic for this nail set. I'm going to be using this purple. It's just so pretty. It's almost comes across like a pastel purple. I don't know what this is called. I always try to figure out what these colors are called, not their actual name, but what these colors would be called, and I don't have it. Anyways, all of these nails are going to be purple. They're going to have black gel polish on them, and I'm going to be using some chrome powder on them as well. As I was editing this video, I was looking back at the footage, and I think I really liked the nails before I did the chrome powder. So you let me know, did I ruin my nails on this one, or were they just right? You let me know. Also in this video, I'm going to be going over the 5 best tips I have for picking out a nail brush. What makes a good nail brush? All right, there's the inspo pic for these nails. As I said in this video, I'm going to be going over my 5 tips. My 5 tips for picking out a nail brush. I was recently asked what I look for in a brush, and why my application looks so good in videos. And I think the reason is because I choose really good brushes. I really like Lovely Mimi, and I wish she would do more nail videos because I just really like to watch her videos. But she always says, your brush is like an extension of your hand. You have to really get to know your brush. And I think that having a good brush is key. That doesn't mean that it has to be an expensive brush, but a good brush is key. I have had a few brushes that are not so good, and I will tell you about them here in a minute. So for this nail set, I'm using a size 8 brush, which whenever I first started doing nails, I always get a size 8 brush because every nail tech and nail artist recommends that size for beginners. And I do think that it is a good size brush, but I also find it to be pretty small. I like my brushes to be bigger than this, at least. I really like working with a size 12 brush. That really makes me happy no matter what the length of the nails that I'm doing. I really like working with my size 12 brush. So I kind of wish I'd got this brush in a size 12, but I really like that sizes for, doing any length of nails, whether they're long or short. All right, so the 5 things that I look for in a good brush. The first one, it's pretty basic, but it definitely applies. I want to make sure that I'm getting a Kolinsky hair brush. Yes, I want a Kolinsky brush. And some brands do lie and say that they're using Kolinsky hair, and they are not. But if it doesn't say Kolinsky hair, then you can guarantee that it's not Kolinsky. Step 2, choose the size for what you're trying to accomplish. There's no reason in the world to buy a size 14 or a size 16 brush if you're only doing short nails. So look for the size for what you're intending to do. Now, several years ago when I was buying brushes, the difference in size would be a difference in price of, under $10. Now, whenever I'm looking at brushes, the difference in price is upwards of, $8 to $10 for the simple brushes that you see on Amazon. For the more expensive ones, it can be, even more than that for differences in size. But that's also worth noting. That is item number 3 is the price should make sense for the size. If there's not a real difference in price, or if the price does not make sense based upon the size of the brush, it's probably a scam. And I'm mainly talking about brushes that you would get off of Amazon. That's where I get most of my brushes. As you might have heard me talk about in other videos, I really prefer the Kemesi brand, but there are a lot of brushes on Amazon that look very similar in that the glitter handles, like everybody has a glitter handle brush. So if you look at just like, oh look, this is a glitter handle, it's probably a good one. Well, that doesn't mean that it's a good one. It just means that everybody has a glitter handle. Right, now item number 4 is for after you actually purchased the brush. So I'm sorry, this tip is for after it's been purchased and you actually have the brush in your hands, and that is feel the brush. That's obviously the easiest way to tell if you're actually getting a Kolinsky brush or not. But whenever you feel the hairs on the brush, you'll know whether it is synthetic or if it is actually Kolinsky hair. So feel the brush. Once the packing material is out, feel it, determine whether it's actually Kolinsky. I will say that I have bought 2 brushes from Sally Beauty. I know at least one of them said it was Kolinsky, but it was not. Like, it was the most synthetic thing ever, and it was the worst brush that I've ever had. I think I still have the brush itself, but I don't use it. I would never use that brush again. It was the worst. Now, I have read that some people do like using synthetic brushes, and the reason why I kept the brush is because I kind of wanted to find out why, like, what would this brush be good for? I have not gotten an answer to that question yet. So if you have the answer, let me know. But I will, at this point in time, I would never use that brush again because it was incredibly hard to work with. It was incredibly hard to clean. So fill your brush. You need to know whether the packaging or the site or whoever lied. My tip number 5 is to not be fooled by the high-end brands. I have several pretty good acrylic brushes, and I have not used a whole lot of the high-end brushes, but to say that your brush needs to cost a certain amount, to me, is just not true. I've had really good brushes that have held up for a really long time that have been really inexpensive. I get most of my brushes off of Amazon, and I just recently purchased a more high-end brush, and I will talk about it later, maybe do a review on it later. But you do not have to have a really expensive brush. You don't have to have a $40 brush. You don't have to have a $30 brush. Most of my brushes were under $20, and I have a couple that I think were above $20, and those were my bigger brushes. The size 14 and size 16 brushes, I believe, were more than $20, and they're really good brushes. All of my brushes have lasted me years. I keep them clean. They really don't get acrylic stuck in them, and it doesn't harden in them. And I think that's one, because they're really good brushes, but also because I know how to wipe my brush. It's always important to wipe your brush as you're working with products so that you keep it nice and clean. But those are my 5 tips for looking for a brush. A couple of them were for after you've already purchased the brush, so I'm kind of sorry about that. But you can always take it back if you got it from Amazon. So this is really one of the last steps for these nails. I went in with builder gel, and I created a line across the nails. I've cured the builder gel. Now I'm going to go in with chrome powder on top of the builder gel. I went in with matte polish on this thumbnail, cured it, and then went in with the builder gel. Now I'm going to go in with chrome. I'm going to wipe off a little bit of the excess, and then I'm going to top coat the nail here in a moment. Now I'm going to go in with matte on all of my other nails. At the beginning of the video, I asked, did I ruin my nails? This is the portion that I'm talking about. As I'm looking at it with this abstract design on this purple, this black and this purple, these nails are absolutely gorgeous. I really do like them. Should I have left them like this? Was the silver 3D portion and the chrome even necessary? You let me know. Would you have worn these nails just as they are now, or would you add the accent on them? Also in this video, after I had laid the acrylic on the nails, I showed all 10 of my fingers because I did the same nail design pretty much on both hands. And you could see my pinky on my right hand, and then I put my pinky down because I was like, oh yeah, I did not do that nail. Forgot. So I hurt my pinky nail through some trauma, and I will do a story time on that coming up soon. But yeah, I hurt my pinky nail, and so I'm not applying a nail onto that finger for a little while. I'm still not applying it on there. It's been probably like 2 weeks since I did this nail set, and I'm still not applying anything on the nail. It's not like blue or black, but I will do a story time and tell you what I did, how I hurt my nail. Also, I want to tell you about what I just did. Sometimes I have trouble working with chrome powder, and so I actually did the nails 2 different ways. In this video, on the thumb, I went in with matte top coat, and then I went in with the builder gel on top of the matte top coat. For my other nails, I did it this other way that I saw on Instagram, and I went in with shiny top coat on my nails, and then I took a buffing block and I buffed the shine away. Now, I wanted to try this way because what I saw on Instagram is that this way will help the chrome powder from getting everywhere. You apply the top coat, cure, buff away the shine, go in with whatever design you're going to go in with, put the chrome into the design, and then after you've put top coat over the chrome section and cured, you're able to easily remove the excess chrome powder from the rest of the nails, and keep it from getting everywhere. It's really annoying that chrome powder can kind of get everywhere, and it can kind of ruin the design if you wanted it in a specific area and then it's like all over the place. So I wanted to give that a try. So that is why I buffed the nails after I applied the top coat. Now I'm going to go in with the chrome powder, and I do really like how it keeps like this abstract kind of theme going here and adds a little bit of texture to the nails. But I think I might have liked the nails before I added the 3D portion in it. It kind of takes away from the simplistic look of the nails and the abstract design that was applied with the black whenever kind of all you see is the silver chrome. You let me know, would you wear this nail set? What do you think? I did change it a bit from the inspo pic. The inspo pic was obviously stiletto. Mine are shorter and they are a coffin kind of square nail. Well, what do you think? Would you wear this nail? Have you tried this 3D effect that is really, really popular right now? Or would you try it if you have not? Let me know. How do you think I did on this one? Please like, comment, and subscribe. I have a lot of videos coming, and thank you so much for more than 100,000 views on my YouTube channel. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.